Look how they do your boy, man.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Yungeen Ace and JaydaYoungan. Now, JaydaYoungan was laid to rest today in his hometown of Bogalusa, Louisiana. Now, in Bogalusa, Louisiana, they had a special ceremony for him, and they invited outside people who were rappers and whatnot. You know, people he knew in his career, and of course his family was there. Now, what went crazy was there was a scene that took place after the funeral was over, and Yungeen Ace and his crew were trying to leave. Now, for those of you who don't know, Yungeen Ace and JaydaYoungan, they worked together a lot on music, and they were allegedly homeboys, you know? And I hate to say alleged because, to be real, Yungeen Ace has come out and spoke on the fact that JaydaYoungan passed away, sent his condolences and his regards and whatnot, even though he even said they weren't on speaking terms for a little while there. But it looks like, man, that everything since he's passed away has been patched up, and he was even a pallbearer at the funeral. Now, we know that this is a high-profile case, and a lot of people are watching this situation play out and waiting for suspects to be arrested. It seems like people on JaydaYoungan's side have been arrested. So there was FG Famous who got arrested yesterday in New Orleans, allegedly, right? Or according to reports out there. But to be real, man, nobody really understands why Yungeen Ace and them were pulled over. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at the video clips and check the crowd's reaction because there's several different clips floating around. But before we do so, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about JaydaYoungan and this news story about the funeral today, man, and what took place. Now, in the headline of the story, it says this. It says, hundreds gather for JaydaYoungan's funeral in Bogalusa. In quotes, it also says he'd give you the shirt off his back. So that was somebody commenting about the nature of JaydaYoungan, how they knew him as a person. Now, the story starts off by saying more than 300 people crowded the Bogalusa High School auditorium Sunday for the funeral of native rapper JaydaYoungan, who was killed last month after a 5-year career that amassed 2.8 million Instagram followers and 1.5 million monthly listeners on Spotify. So obviously, JaydaYoungan was doing something right in his rap career. Now, the story goes on to talk about the situation where JaydaYoungan lost his life, the shooting that took place, and how he was ambushed at his own residence in his own hometown. Sad situation that we see play out in hip-hop too many times, right? And today was supposed to be a day for all the people who were a part of his life, those in the music game and not, you know, to pay their last respects and give their condolences to his family, right? So Yungeen Ace, him and his team came from Jacksonville to do that, right? So Yungeen Ace and his crew were going to the funeral and they were participating in the funeral as normal. Like I said earlier, I believe he was one of the pallbearers. He actually helped carry the casket or whatnot. But then upon leaving, there's video footage that, you know, they were allegedly pulled over by police, you know, and their cars were searched and everything. So let's look at some of that video footage right now.
Look how they do your boy, man. We had a funeral, bro.
Now, as you saw at the end of that clip, they were in a black SUV, it looks like, and allegedly that was Yungeen Ace and his team. And the police were going through the vehicle, and it looks like they were searching it, man. Maybe they thought that Yungeen Ace and them had came to town to cause some trouble because of what happened to JaydaYoungan. But maybe they were just, you know, jumping the gun on this one because it seemed like, you know, everybody was being pretty much respectful as far as the funeral was concerned or whatnot, right? It's just a tough situation, man. Now, there was even more video footage that I want to show now of the same situation, but somebody else filmed it.
But it's good we all out here though, so they can't do nothing. How the hell they stop him anyway?
Exactly, for no reason, boy. He was driving rights.
For the people that just joined, they just know we're trying to leave and they just pulled them over.
Now, as you saw in that video clip, it was even more evidence that, Yungeen Ace and them were being pulled over. According to the guy with the camera, it seemed like they were being detained or, their stuff was being searched and nobody could figure out what was going on and why it was going on. But obviously, maybe they had a tip or they were just concerned about, any type of safety precautions or anything going down at a funeral. Because we've seen in drill rap a lot, like, man, it's gone down at funerals before, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to excuse anything. I'm just saying that this is a tough situation. You want everybody to be safe. You want to maintain safety. But then you have Yungeen Ace, they trying to pay their last respects. And, it comes off almost a bit disrespectful that they getting searched when they're leaving a funeral. I know, man. It seems bad. But, man, Yungeen Ace, he went to social media to comment on the situation. So he made this post right here. And basically, in the post, he said, yo, I can't win for losing, man. Meaning, yo, he took a loss. He took an L. Somebody from his team that he rocks with, that he raps with, that is one of his dudes in the rap game, lost his life. He's there to pay his last respects. And, man, he still come out as the bad guy in the situation almost and leave feeling kind of, messed up because he ended up getting searched. And you could only feel him on that, man. Like, who in the world wants to be searched when they leaving a funeral? You know what I mean? And as far as I know, I don't think Yungeen Ace has any open cases or anything like that right now. And maybe that's not 100% sure. I have to go back and look. But I thought he got cleared of the last thing that he had, man, to be real with you. But what's crazy is they still getting treated like that they felt. You know what I mean? Or I can't even say Yungeen Ace felt that way. Outside of that post, he hasn't said much about the situation. But people who are on the sidelines and the people who obviously took those videos felt a certain way, just like the first video. So let's play it again.
Look how they do your boy, man. We had a funeral, bro.
And you could tell by the voice of the guy who was taking the video. He was like, man, we had a funeral, man. It's just, it's a bit much. I mean, there was a large presence out there. You saw guys with tactical gear on and everything. So I don't know. Maybe they were just preparing for the worst, because you hear a lot about the drill culture and what's going down in rap lately. And things have gone pretty crazy, man. That would be a terrible place to start some stuff. But, it's like I said, especially when it comes to drill rap, it's happened a lot in the past. You know what I'm saying? It's like nothing has been off limits. But on a Sunday at a funeral, that would just be a bad look, man. But you would hope that nobody would do that, but you got to prepare for the worst, right? But what do y'all think, man? Do y'all think this was disrespectful? Or do y'all feel like Yungeen Ace and his team were being picked on in any sort of way? Or what do you feel like, man, that they were just trying to maintain the safety of the public? Because, this is involving a high-profile shooting case, and it's better safe than sorry. Now, with that, this has been your boy, Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.